Hi, thanks for tuning in today. My name is Brock with Sweet Bliss Vending. I just started out here pretty recently. I guess I'll just go ahead and introduce myself. I'm originally out west from Utah. Moved out here to Georgia probably about 2 years ago. Don't know how long we're going to stick around, but for the time being, this is the area I work in. Right now, I currently have about 3 machines placed, and I actually just dropped off 2 more at one location. Dropped off a 4-slot vintage sticker machine. I've got 4 different flat vending stickers. We're doing, well, I guess technically one of them is not stickers. We have Pokemon cards and Pokemon stickers. We have Among Us stickers, and then the 4th one is Mario, because that new movie just came out, and you know, all those kids screaming about Peaches, loving on Bowser, singing, you know. So I figured that will probably sell super well. So we put that up in there. We've got that on location. So now we're up to 5. Woo! So that's pretty good. I'm hoping that one does really well. I spoke with the lady a little today while I was dropping it off, showing her how it all works and everything. Showed her where all the contact information is on those machines, just in case anything does happen. She needs to get a hold of me. But I'm really hopeful. I was talking to her. She's got a really cool frisbee golf store that we just set up in. If you don't know what that is, go out to parks. You see these cool little kind of triangular shaped chain items on poles. I don't even know if I'm describing that very well. But yeah, you'll see people out with these really flat, super small discs. They're frisbee golf discs. They fly super well. They're really neat. If you get into frisbee, that's something that you'll know about. They're really cool. Really fun store. It looks brand new. She's got some really cool like wood paneling up in there. Might have to see if she'll let me record in there next time I go around. But I'm really hopeful for her. There's already a customer in there. It was just after opening when I came in. As I was leaving, the customer was already going inside. She says that she holds events there pretty often, and it looks pretty souped out. So she says she gets a lot of families, a lot of kids, and it's right there in the popular area where all the families and stuff go. So really hoping that draws in some good foot traffic. It's also across from a fun zone, fun arcade, whatever you want to call it. So lots of kids, lots of families nearby. There's also restaurants right now.
In 2 miles, take exit 90 for Georgia 144 toward Fort Stewart, Richmond Hill.
I apologize if you're hearing the navigation. I thought I'd turn that off already. But yeah, I might have to go back next time I'm there, just right next door to all the restaurants, see if any of them have any machines, see if they need some. I've got little toy arcade machine, Mega Toys, if you know that brand. They're really cool machines. I remember seeing them a lot as a kid. They usually had bouncy balls and stuff in them, but they're really cool. I like them a lot. Got that one for free. It was abandoned in a restaurant. I tracked down the property owners, called them up, asked them what their plans were for it, and I was basically told, hey, we're throwing everything out in that restaurant to get ready for the new tenants. If you want it, we don't want to lug it, so you can have them. So I got that machine and a really cool first track racer. I think that's what it's called. First track race, kind of gumball, bouncy ball machine. Can't remember what it's called. Got those 2 for free. So hey man, it's all good stuff. I just had to replace the locks. The Mega Toys machine was busted up, so I had to fix that one. But it was pretty.
In half a mile, take exit 90 for Georgia 144 toward Fort Stewart, Richmond Hill.
And we fixed that up real easy, real cheap. So we've got those working. I switched out the mechanism. That was a harder pain than anything else on that machine. I had to switch out one of the mechanisms. It was running 50-cent mech.
Take exit 90, then keep right at the fork.
And I wanted it to run $1 because what I'm doing is I have a 3D printer.
Keep right at the fork.
I like to and sell different Pokemon 3D.
Continue for 21 miles.
And the best way that I think they'll sell is charging them $1. Super cool. They've got them in colorful capsules and everything. Sell them for $1 each. So I had to swap out the mechanism for one I recently bought. And I will tell you, that mechanism was not easy to get out. I guess really it wasn't too hard. It was just kind of tedious. You had to open up the machine. Then there's a little plastic casing that holds the mechanism in there. When you look at it, you wouldn't think it's that hard. You'd think it's like any other. You can just unscrew it, pull it out, and you're all done. But no, the mechanism is in a plastic box, and the plastic box is held together by rivets. So I determined that I really wanted to do that and switch out those mechanisms. So I got my drill and just very carefully drilled out those rivets, got my other mechanism, and gosh, it was even more complicated after that. So the Mega Toys, there's a bunch of plastic parts in there, components that make it push further in with the spin wheel, so it actually connects with the cogs and allows the machine to rotate so it actually bends. So I had to take apart all that off of the original mechanism, put it onto the dollar mechanism, put the other mechanism back together, and then swap them out. Once I had that all figured out, it was good. I put it back in, everything was great. I switched the rivets out for screws, so if I ever want to change it again, I can. I didn't touch the other mechanism. There's 2 chambers to the machine. I didn't touch the other one because I didn't want to mess with it. And I'm just vending little hedgehogs out of that one. They're pretty cool too. I'll have to do something on those later. But getting back to today, we put up those 2 machines. One of them was the 4-slot sticker machine. It's the one, if you remember it, if you're a little older, kids these days probably don't know the one I'm talking about. But I have memories from when I was a child seeing these all around the place, often in like roller rinks, bowling alleys, things like that. It's a black machine. It has one of those, I don't even know exactly what art style it is. Kind of similar to street art, but it has like a little sun with a face on it, and it says stickers underneath it. Looks really cool, really clean. I like it a whole lot. Got that for super cheap up probably about halfway through Georgia. It was a little bit of a drive to get that one, but we got it for super cheap. I think it was somewhere between $50 and $75. It was really good. Got it out there. That one's awesome. I added on table legs, so it stands freely on its own. It's a bit heavy, not gonna lie. I tweaked my back a little bit today because I didn't bring my dolly by mistake, my little hand truck. But the other machine that we got out there today is one of those shooting hoops gumball machines, but it doesn't have gumballs in it. I have gumballs, but the location did not want gumballs. And honestly, that's fine with me. I don't love gumballs in these kinds of vending machines because I feel like they have a tendency to chip and crack and make messes in my machines, and then it's just extra work while I'm there, extra time. I mean, that's fine. If it does well with gumballs, then gumballs by all means. But I don't want to be doing gumballs if I don't have to, if the other products they like sell well enough. So what I've got in there by their request is some bouncy balls. I'm sure you've seen them. They've got all sorts of different kinds in it, just assorted 1-inch bouncy balls. They've got like awesome billiard table looking ones, you know, that have like 8-ball, 9-ball, etc. Really cool ones. They've got some clear ones with glitter in them, swirls, like I said before. So I really like those. They're cool. The ones that I have in there currently, I got for free when I bought the machine used. So that'll be nice. That'll be 100% profit on those. if you subtract the original cost for the machine itself. Other than that, it goes back into its own paid for price. And then I've got an assorted bag of the same kind of bouncy balls. I don't know if they're going to be the exact same, just because it's Amazon. I would have gone through A&A Global, but I told them I was going to have it this week, and what happened is I ordered through Amazon so that I'd have them in time for today's delivery of the machines. But what ended up happening is I misclicked. I ordered the wrong item, and I got, I think it was 0.75 or 0.79 inch bouncy balls. And if you know what I'm talking about, they're the ones that are like marble size, way too small. I even tested it out just to see if maybe they'd work. I knew I wasn't going to keep them because looking at the numbers, the funds were not there. The return on investment was way too low. You never do it. It was going to end up being like 1 cent per vend because it was vending out 3 bouncy balls at a time. And when I vended it out, it didn't even go to where you could shoot it. It went to the place where you shoot it from, and it just fell right into the hole. Gone into the abyss. And I could definitely get them out where they're not messing with the mechanism, they're not causing any problems. I figured, hey, we'll deal with it another time. It's not going to cause any problems. We're good. We're just going to leave it. So I packaged that back up, returned it to Amazon, then used the refund that I got from that and ordered the correct bag. The one that I meant to order originally has 250 not gumballs, 250 bouncy balls, assorted, super cool looking bouncy balls. Hopefully, I don't know exactly how much it's going to fill up, but I think it'll be roughly 1/4 to halfway of the globe. It'll fill it up, look real nice. I told her I told her what was going on, told her I plan to come back out as soon as I've got them and put them in. It's a bit of a bummer because it's about 45 minute drive from where I live, but I figure if I can take the time when I'm out there to do some locating, try and find some new locations for the few other machines that I still have currently available, then I can make it worthwhile. Plus I can always take the wife and kid and we can go have some fun up there while we're out there, because our town doesn't have anything in it. There's nothing going on where we live. Yeah, so we got that all put up. Looked good, looked clean, looking real nice. I think she liked the machines. It was a real cool experience. It was nice to have someone who was friendly and talkative. Most of the time when I talk to locations owners, they're not so talkative. They're more introverted, kind of stick to themselves, almost have like a don't want to interact attitude, which I mean by all means is fine by me, but you know, as long as it's something they actually want there. I would hate if somebody just let me be there and doesn't actually want me there. Yeah, we're probably gonna wrap up this video here real quick. It's getting on to 15 minutes here in just a moment, but I just want to take a minute and introduce myself. New to YouTube. You can follow me over on Instagram. I already have a small following, very small. It's only like 100, maybe 200 at the most. Over at Sweet Bliss Vending on Instagram. Got my little logo that I designed myself, just a little blue candy wrapped up. I think it looks real cool. I was playing around with logos and just designed that one day on the whim and thought it was awesome and decided to stick with that. So yeah, I'm from Utah. I got into this a couple years ago. Started off with one machine. It was just a typical oak machine set to vend gumballs. I never actually used it for gumballs. When I originally got it, I wanted to do candy and thought about how I could mess with it, try to get it to do candy while doing a gumball wheel. Didn't work. Tried a whole lot of goofy stuff with like extra plastic parts that I tried to glue onto there and everything, and make it vend properly, and of course it didn't work. There's no way to make that work. So I took those off and set it back to gumballs. But I still don't vend gumballs out of it. Thinking I might change that up. But currently it's located in a tabletop game store. And they're really cool. I love this store. Super cool little town in Georgia. Pretty much the only place you can go. But I've got it set out. It's vending 1-inch capsules. And right now I vend, similar to my Mega Toys, 1-inch. Technically the toys aren't 1-inch. The capsules are 3D printed, just miscellaneous things. I typically kind of saturate it with Pokemon just because kids and people alike really like Pokemon. I've had to tweak it a lot, make sure that I'm only vending or only printing certain Pokemon because they don't always print so well when it's those small ones. And I've gotten it pretty well tuned. So for the most part, they're good. But I stick to a few different variations of Pokemon and everything, just to make sure that they're still quality enough that I feel okay selling them for $0.25. Something that I would feel good if I was buying it for myself and my child, buying that and not feeling ripped off. So it's cool. It does pretty all right most of the time. Lately it's been really slow, only a couple quarters every couple weeks, week or two. Every month typically it's doing around $5, maybe $10, so it's pretty all right, but I'd rather be making something than nothing. So for now we're keeping it what it is. We're going to see what we can do with it. If it's looking like it's gonna be an issue, if it's not profitable, then we're gonna go ahead and switch it out, probably do some gumballs or something in there. Might do the gourmet ones or just stick with the regular ones. But that's pretty much what we've got there. I've got another flat vending machine. It just has 2 slots. We've got that sitting in our local, it's almost like a mall. It's not quite the size of a mall, but it's closer to that than anything else we've got anywhere nearby. So that's what I call it. That does pretty all right. It's really weird. Sometimes it does super well. It does like 10 or 20 bucks in just like a week or two. And other times it's like $1 per week or two. So I don't know what's determining it, but we let it ride because that product's not going anywhere. It's not going bad in any way. And I'd rather have something than nothing. Then the last machine that I had out previous to the 2 we set up today is a little, people are probably gonna laugh, especially the vendors right now that are out there, have some experience. But I'm just starting off. My business is small scale. But right now I've also got a third, I don't know if I'd call it full line. I've got like a little mechanical mechanism, hand crank snack machine. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You're probably laughing and dying, screaming at me to ditch that thing and bump up. But until I have enough money for that, I'm not going to touch it. But basically what it does is you put it in your quarters for whatever amount I set it to. It can only run on quarters, so it does 25, 50, 75, or $1, whatever you want to set it to. Currently I have it set at $1. Don't plan on changing that. But very small machine, only fits like, I think it's 9 products. It's done by, can't remember what company, but it's labeled as like Snack King. I don't know if that's just the machine or if that's the full-on company's name. Got that one for super cheap too, maybe like 30 bucks when I bought it back a few months ago. So it's definitely made its money back. Just keep it stocked with snacks, put it up in local housing building. It does pretty all right. It's nothing crazy. It probably does, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks a month off of snacks. But I mean, I can't fit very much in there, and I'm still kind of trying to figure out what all snacks people want in it. So it does all right. I'll keep it, for what it is. If we can bump it up later on, then yeah, I'll replace it. We'll get a better machine, get some better product, hopefully get some more money coming in, and get a dollar bill acceptor, maybe a card reader. That would be great. Start pulling in some more money. But we're gonna keep it there for now. And the next machine that I'm hoping to buy soon is a mini crane. I know it seems like I'm kind of all over the place. That's probably going to be my next step. I would like to focus on the cranes. Always loved those. It's cranes and bulk vending for me. I've always loved those. They were such a sentimental part of my childhood. Didn't always get to use them, but I had a fascination with them. Grew up loving them. When I lived in Japan for a while, loved gashapon machines over in Japan. If you know what it is, you know what it is. If you don't, basically the same thing but bigger items that you get in Japan. Really cool. Loved them. Always loved those kinds of products. And then claw machines. Claw machines. Everyone loves claw machines. They're super cool. So I want to get one of those. I'm thinking for the time being, I'm going to start off with the typical, I think it's Beaver is the company I'm looking at right now. Mini crane, just the typical ones, you know, the white body, kind of a white and pink aesthetic. Start off with one of those minis. I have an extra DBA laying around, so hopefully I can switch that into it. Start bringing in coin and dollar bills, and eventually work up to a card reader. But we're still a few hundred off from there, so as soon as we can get it, or if we can win that, can't remember which one it is. I think it's the Mega Toy, or not Mega Toys, that's my toy machine. The Mega Claw or whatnot that all the big vendors are partnered up right now to give away. If we get lucky, we'll get that one. Whichever comes first, or comes at all, we'll hopefully get one of those out soon and start bringing on some better amounts in with that, and from there we can supplement a little bit more, build things up, get some more machines out, and start making some actual money off of it. The hope and the dream is to eventually get to the point where it can be considered a secondary income, and kind of help subsidize things a little bit, maybe bring in some extra money, a little more fun money, spending, stuff like that. Yeah, I just love it. I love these kinds of machines. I love vending. I love bringing that same nostalgia and childhood memories to the current children. I kind of hate the word generations. It's a whole thing with me, but the current generation, the children of today, I want to bring that to them. I know eventually we're probably going to switch over to machines that run mostly off of dollar bills and card readers. But for the time being, sticking with this, that's what I hope to do. If you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them down in the comments. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up, but please feel free to subscribe, like my video. It would really help me out, help me get seen out there. Click that notification bell, help me get more views, guys. I'm really trying to make it out here. I know we all are. We're all doing our part. I appreciate you guys. Once we can get up there in numbers, once I've got more coming in and more followers, I'm gonna pay it forward. That's something I always believed in, paying it forward, following my other vendors' lead. We'll start doing extracurriculars, so to speak, more things, giveaways, stuff like that. And I hope to see you guys in the future. Thank you for watching this video, and please, again, feel free to leave comments, whether you like it, have critiques, just be constructive, you know. But leave your comments, anything I can improve, what you like, anything. Glad to see y'all. Stay safe, and I'll see you shortly. Have a good one.